Thank you all. Thank all of you very much. And I really appreciate everyone being here. Special thanks to all our elected officials who've joined us today. County Executive Mangano, thank you for your kind words. I look forward to working with you and your staff. But every time I see you, I want to say, thanks, Mangano. There are just so many people here to thank, and if I tried to mention everyone's name, I'm sure I'd forget someone. So if I may, let me just say thank you to each and every one who worked so hard for my election. It would not have been possible without you. I truly appreciate your help. By the way, this place looks great, and special thanks to Billy Melillo, Mike Salentino, Chief Solomino, and their staff. Much appreciated. Great job. Of course, the one name that I will mention is my wife, Colleen. Thank you so much, honey. For all that you do every day, not just for me, but for the entire community. And I want to also thank my daughter, Serena, my mother, Helen, my sister, Diana, my husband, Dominic, and all my family and friends that are here. Thank you very much. I love you all. Well, it's been a long time coming, and I'm pleased to announce today that Glen Cove is once again reopened for business. We've done a lot of work to reverse the trends of the last 20 years, but if I didn't think that I can do it, I wouldn't have run for the mayor. My vision for our city is a very positive one. With my election to our city's highest office, the voters have now given me the chance to prove that with an open, honest, transparent, and hard-working government, there is nothing we can't accomplish. I may have been elected to serve as your leader, but I won't forget that you are still my employer. And it's going to be my job over the next 2 years to prove that hiring me was a good idea. After more than 2 decades of one-party rule and one-party ideas, the voters have asked for a change in the way Glen Cove is governed, and I intend to lead that change. In our system, a system that respects majority rule while it protects minority rights, Glen Cove has asked for a different approach to running our city. Believe me, I am well aware of the narrow majority which has brought me into this office. And today I do not declare any mandate for my office other than to say that I believe I have a mandate from all Glen Covers, those who voted for me and those who didn't. And that mandate is to reopen our city for new business and make it once again the gem on the Gold Coast that so many of us fondly remember. Years will pass like the blink of an eye, and if Glen Cove is going to make meaningful strides forward, one person cannot do it alone. It will take a team effort, and that team cannot be comprised of just people who work at City Hall or the fine group of council members seated here next to me. Let's give them another round of applause. I look forward to working with every one of you. No, not all of you. Just kidding, you guys are great. Along with our council members, our team must include residents of Glen Cove willing to join us in making the improvements that are needed if we're going to make this a better city and restore the quality of life we all once enjoyed. Unlike many other communities, Glen Cove truly reflects our national identity. Our demographics include a wide variety of ethnic and religious groups, people of varying socioeconomic status, blue-collar workers, white-collar executives, people from all walks of life who, working together, can and should be the engine of a thriving community with promise. Each and every one of us has something to offer. We can learn from each other by keeping open minds and searching for the best in each other. My friends, the fact is that right here in Glen Cove, we value our differences because that's our strength, not a weakness. And I intend to use that strength to build a better city. In so many ways, a small town government like ours has a greater and more immediate impact on our daily lives than any state or federal government. Unlike those governments, a local government's principal function is to deal directly with real quality of life issues each and every day. It's the city of Glen Cove, not the state or federal government, that picks up your garbage. It's the city of Glen Cove, not the state or federal government, that repairs the potholes and plows the streets. It's the city of Glen Cove that opens the beaches in the spring and picks up your leaves in the fall. It's a city of Glen Cove that provides and takes care of parks, tennis courts, the golf course, and a host of other amenities that are all part of our quality of life. And it will be the city of Glen Cove that will revitalize our downtown and to finish developing our waterfront so that it will no longer be a blighted and polluted site that it was for years, but it will become a tangible, recreational, commercial, and residential success story. All of those things that affect your daily life that your city government must constantly work at to give you the best that your tax dollars pay for. And that's what you deserve. And that's why I ran for this office, to make sure that happens. I promised during the campaign that I would focus on quality of life issues, and I intend to keep that promise. As one of my first orders of business, I'm going to direct my attention to addressing the illegal housing problem, which has been a burden in our community. When a property owner seeks to profit by renting housing to more people than the law permits, not only are the renters endangered living in an illegal environment, but the entire neighborhood is negatively affected. How many times have we seen properties with an unusually large number of cars parked on them? Illegal rentals can turn the best of neighborhoods into an unsightly mess. Too many people cramped into too little space overcrowd our schools, and they burden our infrastructure. We all wind up paying for that. Illegal tenancies punish honest people who live around them. That has to stop, and I intend to devote my efforts to see that it does. Right now, the era of giving breaks to friends or supporters has ended. Starting right now, it makes no difference. Starting right now, it makes no difference who you are or who you know. If you violate our city code by permitting illegal housing on your property, you will be prosecuted and you will be fined in accordance with our city code. So long as I'm mayor, the illegal housing business will no longer be business as usual in Glen Cove. If we're going to respect each other, we need to start with a mutual respect for our laws. Now, let me turn to a more positive note, because that's what we're here today. I started out by saying that as of today, Glen Cove is reopening for business, and I see a bright future for us. While we can all agree that bringing in new business is a great idea, no idea is really good unless there's some way to implement it with positive action. So beginning tomorrow, our new deputy mayor will make arrangements to meet with the director of our Chamber of Commerce, our Business Improvement District, and our Community Development Agency to begin laying the groundwork for new business development in Glen Cove. Business is not going to happen by accident, and that's why my administration will not sit on its hands waiting for good potential businesses out there to find us here in Glen Cove. No, we're going to get out there and help them discover us and let them know there are many important opportunities here to bring in new business in our community. We're going to establish innovative and creative ideas for generating new business right here in our city. And we're going to work on that each and every day that I am mayor. We aren't the first community to experience a negative trend in our business environment over the years, and we certainly don't need to be the last to figure out how to turn it around. We will study what other communities have done successfully to turn themselves around, and just as importantly, we'll also learn from them how to avoid mistakes. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, we just need to own it. Starting right this minute, I am encouraging every one of you Glen Covers, as well as residents of our surrounding communities, to think about shopping Glen Cove first. And supporting our local businesses before going elsewhere. We need to work on making sure that the businesses which are here will stay here, and the new ones will come in because they know that the business climate is right in Glen Cove and our residents and neighbors will support them. I also intend to place a strong emphasis on grant procurement to assist us in our efforts to revitalize the city. My new executive director of the CIA. Now I'm in trouble. Check my back. My new executive director of the CDA is an experienced grant writer and administrator with the ability to coordinate grant opportunities from the many arms of government that provide them. Under her leadership and direction, our team of talented grant writers will find new opportunities for monies needed to assist in the revitalization of our city. Others have done it. We can do it. In fact, we'll do it better. Another area to which I will devote my attention is improving the reputation of our schools. It's no secret that our schools suffer from an unfair negative reputation. Now that's just not unfair to our students and teachers, some of whom are among the best in the state, but it's also unfair to our own homeowners, whose property values are adversely affected when our schools are not viewed in a more positive light. While our schools are not run by the mayor, that doesn't mean that our mayor cannot be a cheerleader for our school system and use his influence to work at improving the reputation of education in Glen Cove. I am a proud product of the Glen Cove schools, and my education right here in this community was just fine. Hey, I became mayor. As part of our soon-to-be-formed Recreation Committee, I will appoint an individual with the expertise to bring fresh ideas on how to improve and develop new youth sport activities and opportunities and facilities in Glen Cove. Unlike many other communities around us, our city enjoys a host of athletic fields and facilities that with some creativity can be put to better use in developing programs to encourage our youth to join in and become more involved in sports. What better way to bring a diverse community together and keep our young people engaged in positive activities than to encourage their interest and participation in sports? Now, I've been thinking about those things for a long time, and they're just a few of my initial thoughts on how Glen Cove can be reopened and reshaped. As a former business executive, I'm trained to be open to new and different ideas coming from all quarters, from those who supported me to those who support I will seek. Good government demands good executive skills. I believe I bring those skills to the table, and I will use them to the fullest to see our city becomes a model of reinvention. My friends, Glen Cove is a $50 million business. It would be a fool's errand for one person alone to try handling all the details of running a business that size without assistance. And that's why I am totally committed to bringing good, knowledgeable, and experienced people into our city government to help me get this job done. There are so many talented people who already serve the city, and together with my new team, I see nothing but better days ahead for our community. Our taxpayers deserve no less. One more commitment I will make to the residents of Glen Cove is the commitment to be honest with you. I will not represent facts that are not true. I will not seek to deceive in any way for political gain. I will not keep you in the dark when things do not go the way I might wish. I will be truthful at all times. Although today is my first official day in office as mayor, over the past month I have maintained a full schedule of meetings, continued to moving our city forward. As a matter of fact, the other day I spoke with the owner of the movie theater, and the IDA had worked out some pilots with him. He signed a lease with a new operator, so our movie theater should be open in 120 days. And while I'm on the topic of commitments, let me reiterate what I promised as a candidate. I will be a mayor who serves by example. I will keep my commitment to contribute 5% of my mayor's salary to youth activities. And as I also committed to do, I will contribute 5% of my salary to senior programs in Glen Cove. It's never too early to start helping our kids, and it's never too late to give thanks to our seniors. In addition to those things, I will keep my commitment to contribute another 5% of my salary to Veterans Affairs. It's important to remember It's important to remember and acknowledge those that serve and have served our country. Let me make one final commitment to you. Unlike so many people in politics who seek to use each election as a stepping stone to the next political conquest, I assure you that I aspire to no political future or any higher political office other than to serve as the mayor of this fine city. You have given me an extraordinary opportunity to lead our city toward a new and bright future, and I commit to you that I will devote my time to being the best mayor I can be. We live in a beautiful place with fantastic people, and it's time that we go back to nurturing and improving what we've got right here. Now, with all that being said, I once again am proud to be the bearer of good news by repeating that Glen Cove is officially reopened for business. Thank you all. God bless our city, and God bless America.
Reggie Spinello, ladies and gentlemen.